Good morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Hello. How you the magic? Hi, Nathan.
Hey,
Good morning,
Nathan. Hey,
John. How are
Yanni.
you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. Not
Little
great,
del-
just good.
we were a little
I've been up
delayed.
since 4:30 this morning, and then all of a sudden, I put on a pot of coffee, a big old thing of beans, and good morning, Angela.
Morning,
Angela,
Angela.
later on, I'm gonna send you an email because I need a favor. And okay,
And
hope
thank you,
everybody's doing
Angela,
well.
for that wonderful thumbnail that you created for us. We
Yes,
really appreciate it.
yes,
Thank you
Angela,
so
you're
much.
amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. And before we start, I just want to tell you guys if you missed it yesterday, when I was on Two Old Guys, I went to my first ever um, estate sale.
Oh, wow.
I had no idea there was an estate sale. My friend that I sometimes translate for her, she had told me I was supposed to go Saturday, but I wasn't feeling good. So I went yesterday before I went to the store, and it wasn't because she had told me it was a yard sale, but she goes, it's inside the house. Okay. So I followed all the signs, and it was an estate sale, and I found, because I didn't realize what an estate sale, but I found one Fenton piece that I'm going to do a video of just that sometime this week. I found one Fenton piece. I found some Capi de Monte. It was a 3-piece set, but one of them was broken. And that should have been my first clue when I got home and I unwrapped the other stuff. It was 2 Capi de Monte candle holders, but I think they were bought at 2 different times. But yes, I think I salvaged about 10 items. 2 of them, I have them here,
Well,
but
once you said Fenton, I know those ears perked up because they love their glass. I mean,
yeah,
I
it's a
feel it.
Fenton. It's a Fenton, and it's hand painted. It's an oval, like trinket box. And I hadn't even. All I did is that's one of the first items I grabbed. I got it on the table, and I just saw Fenton, and I grabbed it. And then when I got home, and when I was inspecting it some more, is when I noticed that inside the lid, it's hand signed by the
Look,
person that was hand painted.
if you go grab it, maybe you could show them and they'll tell you a little bit about it. They're my
Yeah, I
they're
can
my
do that.
glass and rock experts. That's why I tell everyone. I said we're always preparing before the shows. We're in the background and showing each other, or they'll come back and show me their hauls. And I can't wait for some of the stuff these ladies found this weekend. We had an unbreakable sale, but they bought some breakable glass that was like, I can't wait for the show to come up where they can show it because there were some
Yeah,
pretties.
I'm gonna
They had some good stuff.
when it's your turn to sell, I'll go get it. But
Okay.
my
Hi,
friend called
bud.
me this morning and she said that they're gonna be. I thought yesterday was the last day because I got a good deal, but I
Hmm.
guess they still had a lot of stuff left over
Hmm.
because they didn't announce or anything, and they had a sign on the corner of the street with very
Hmm.
itty bitty letters. And so I told her, tell your friend to do just estate sale in big letters on the corner of the main street, which is Lander. So they're gonna try to do that. But
Or give them your
let's not
business,
get this going.
or give them your business card, and maybe they'll
Yes.
call you up and say, "You want to buy this stuff?" So,
Well, most of the stuff was already picked through. Like I said, I didn't realize. I thought it was just a yard sale, but it was an
well,
actually estate sale.
we
But
forgot to ask you, what color was the Fenton?
it's it's not clear. It's that
Opalescent.
like opalescent. Yes,
Okay.
I'll go get it. I'll go
Okay.
get it.
Well, we can't wait to see that. And
Yeah, I want to welcome everybody really quick. Today,
okie
I
dokie.
have about 14 items. We're going to do about 2 items each, and this is all stuff that has to do with the kitchen. Okay, so if you're new to my channel, My name is Maria. Hello, Cassandra.
Hi,
I
Cassandra.
ship from Northern California. I use Pirate Ship for shipping and PayPal for invoicing. I will be invoicing this week. I'll be invoicing Thursday. Thursday is my brother's birthday, so after we're gonna go get together in the morning, and I don't know, maybe mid-afternoon. I don't know if we're gonna do breakfast or lunch, and then in the afternoon I'll come back and I'll start invoicing because I have a sale. Tomorrow I'll be back with Janice and Tuolga and Mark for Friends Selling with Friends. And then Wednesday I'll be back here on my channel with Becky Vintage and More. I appreciate all of you being here. So this is a 3-piece setting. It's a 12-piece total, and this is great for somebody that's maybe a student or newlyweds that just started. And this is Pioneer Woman. This is going to be a starting bid of $10, and this is for all 12 pieces. Hold on, let me. Oh, come on. I don't know what's going on. My thing this morning doesn't want to make. Okay, here we go. Okay, so my first item, and this is one of the 3 pieces. You have the dinner plate, and this is 11 inches in diameter, and it's an off-white right there. And these have never been used. Okay.
Is this a set, Maria, or just
yeah,
a plate?
It's a set. It's a 3-piece. It's a 4-place setting. So this is for 4 people, and each set has 3. And I'm going to show you the first. Okay, and this is going to be a starting bid of $10 for all 12 pieces. Okay, so you have the 11-inch diameter dinner plate. Okay,
Starting bid or buy it now?
it's a starting bid of $10.
Okay.
Then you have this beautiful cake plate, salad plate, whatever. I love this. And again, this is Pioneer Woman. Okay.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Okay. And this plate is 8 inches in diameter. Okay. They're beautiful. And then you have your fruit bowls or cereal bowls. And they're beautiful. And on the screen it looks like it's white, but it's like a beige. And the only thing I got rid of was the boxes because the boxes were crushed. But the stuff inside was great. I got this as a gift, but I don't have use for it. I've had it for like, I don't know, at least 4 years. And I'm cleaning out some of the stuff in my kitchen, and making space for the stuff that I really want to keep. These homes that were built in the 40s, they have limited cabinets. So,
hi, Crystal. Hi, Patty Rose.
hello, Crystal.
She said, "My girl Maria."
Okay. And if there's nobody interested, you guys, my email is on the screen. You guys can always send me an email later. You want to think about it. I will pass on that. My next item is this. These are Corel saucers. And what was the I think this is called the butterfly gold, but I want to double check because this is something. No, I had these back in the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, it's the butterfly gold. And I have 2 of these saucers.
Okay.
And this is going to be a starting bid of $3 for both.
$3 for both. Okay. Is this
Yes.
to buy it now?
Starting bid.
Okay, starting bid.
Yeah.
I'm glad I got the right address this time, Patty Rose. Somebody in New York has her stuff.
Yeah.
My mistake though.
So
yeah, butterfly gold is. I know it was popular in the 70s and it's coming back again because everybody's having that. My mom had this, so I want to have this.
Yeah, so. Exactly. And I had a long time ago, I came across, I actually thrifted the cups with the hook. Too bad I don't have any. But this came from the estate sale yesterday. This is the only thing I brought out because this the only thing I was leaving and I'm like, oh, they got a stack. And so I just grabbed it. I think they're very pretty. Okay. So too bad I don't have any cups. I do
you know what?
And
if you have that pattern, you can use the saucers as the bottom for putting plants.
Yes,
stuff because
exactly.
You have the edging, you got the trim around it, so that's really good.
Yes. And I do have as a matter of fact, over here in my kitchen window, I have some plants, some starters. And although they're in little vases, I always put something underneath. I do have little plates that I put under there. Because if you don't know, I love collecting little plates.
Yes,
but
I have some.
Yeah, but this is my 2, and we're gonna go back to John. And while John is selling, take your time. I'll go get the Fenton.
For those who came in late, Maria went to her first estate sale, and she found a piece of Fenton glass. And I told her, "You got Uni, you got Angela in here, and others. You might as well bring it out. We'll tell you what you got." And stuff like that. Well, my name is John Lucas. I'm AKA John the Reseller. I invoice by PayPal, ship by pirate ship. First Monday of the month, I'm here with Maria. My schedule for the week is on Wednesday. I'm going to be selling with my sisters Angela and Uni, so check out their channel. On Thursday, I'm going to be selling in the clubhouse with my older sister and I on Uni Magic's channel. And then you won't see me back until Sunday, actually. Well, you'll see me in the chat rooms, especially Friday, because I like to go on my sister's show and cause a little trouble in there. But on Sunday at 12 p.m. Central, we're going to have Shenanigans Sundays. So we look forward to seeing you all there with us. And my first item is going to be some Easter egg earrings. These are just going to be buy it now, $2. It's Easter eggs on a shepherd hook with the wavy pattern. I got rid of the ties so that you can focus better. So hopefully this is going to work out. But they are gold tone in the back. And this is just a buy it now of $2 for some Easter eggs. Just in time for Easter. Perfect for a little girl or the little girl in you. So if you don't have a set of Easter egg earrings, these are the perfect ones to get. And this is a buy it now of $2. Okay, and then I'm going to go and start on to my next one. This is going to be a buy it now. These are choice. I'll give you the clue word. These are Anna Simple beads. These are jewelry kits that I got. This is a buy it now of $9. And it's going to be by choice. And you can put the word in sticks. And it's a kit that came out every month. It's a kit of the month club. And you have all the pieces in the back with the instructions. And there's the stones and the jewelry parts that you'll need for it. They put the sticker in the bad part, so you can't really see that good. But this is what your kit will look like. And this is what's the final product. So you'll make a set of earrings and a necklace. My next one is going to be known as silver. This is turquoise and silver. So you'll be making this kit here with the earrings. So you have your dyed halolite. You got your bigger pieces and little. And then your silver tone pieces here. And everything in here is to help you make this beautiful piece of jewelry. So you have your necklace, and then you have your earrings. And this is a buy it now of $9. The next one is going to be copper. And then you'll make shepherd hook earrings. You got the backings here. And then your dyed halolite with your copper tone beads. So these are jewelry kits. And they'll buy it now of $9. This one will be known as pearls. So you'll be making that necklace. Instructions are in there. Got all your beads. Then you have Indian agate and coil. So you'll be making a coil bracelet. A great little craft project. Then I have enchanted earrings. So you'll be making 3 sets of earrings. And you have the pieces in the back.
True Unimagic.
Linked in blue. And then silver lining. And each kit comes with all the pieces, instructions. Then you got hazel. Did you ever watch the show Hazel, Maria? With Shirley
No.
Booth?
Oh,
Oh,
yes, yes. Oh, yeah.
that was a good show. I like watching that one. I was
Oh,
kind
my
of sad
gosh, yes.
yesterday. I heard Dennis the Menace passed yesterday. Jay North.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Then you have this one with Shimmering Tide. And if you come back in the replay, and these are available, go ahead and just send me an email. My email is right there.
And John, I didn't put in the chat for you, but how much are you selling them for?
These are buy it now of $9. Vintage Victorian. And those were my 2 items for this round. And back to you. I'm excited to see this Fenton piece. Show us the purdy. Dun, 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 dun.
So let me show you the lid first. It's this hand-painted, beautiful, iridescent.
You might have to put your hand over on top because your light's coming down. Is it like a... Okay, so it's an iridescence. Is it like a milk glass?
It's almost like it was gives me a little bit of transparency. But
Okay.
here's the inside, and I don't know, you can see. If I did the video, I'd probably do it at light with my ring light, but it's hand signed right here.
Okay.
Okay. And this is beautiful. This is the first thing that kind of caught my eye, is that beautiful, beautiful lavender.
You got the angle just right. It's nice.
Yeah. Let me see if I
Well, I
can do
know
this.
they always, does it have a sticker or is there a mark that says Fenton? Now you can see the signature.
Okay. It has both. It has a sticker. It has a sticker. It says
Mm-hmm.
Fenton, USA,
Mm-hmm.
hand
On
hand painted in USA, and also has right here.
so it's in marked. Okay. Is there a number like a 7 or an 8? Or uni, will we not see a number on 7 and 8s? Because 7 is
I
for
think it
70s.
says, I cannot locate my
Magnifying
magnifying
glass.
glass, but I think it's an 8 or a 9. I don't know if you guys can
Okay.
see it.
Yeah, I see something. I think it's an 8. So that's from the 80s then.
Yeah.
When see now my question is going to be for Uni or Patty Rose or who those the Finn. Would there be a sticker on stuff from the 80s too? Or yeah, 8 or 9 means 80s or 90s. So we know it's vintage. So you would see a sticker still. Okay. But the good
Okay.
thing is you have a signature underneath and it looks beautiful.
And I think that the signature is probably because I think it says hand painted by I think it says hand painted by Gloria.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I said when I first picked that up yesterday.
Yeah.
When I
Well,
didn't realize it was a signature on the lid.
Uni knows a lot of good things, and there's websites that you can look up the artist. So
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
take a picture and send that to Uni, and you
I
know what?
will.
We're probably gonna have a lunchroom chat day one day where we're just gonna hook up our cameras and just say, let's talk shop and what is this and tell me all
Yeah,
about
because
it.
I wanna I wanna I also want to show you guys the Capitamonte because they look close, but they're
Mm-hmm.
like from because one says Capitamonte, Italy, but it's in like written, and the
Mm-hmm.
other one has like a sticker or something like that. So I think
Yeah,
they're from two
yeah.
different eras.
I'm
Let me
always
put
afraid to I'm always afraid to handle that because I chip a flower or two off those pieces.
and yeah, and that was the issue, guys. Is there was a third piece, a beautiful piece.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice and heavy, and like I said, these ladies, this is the daughters that were doing this, and the grandson, but I don't think they even knew what they had. They just want to get rid of stuff. But the big piece was one of the leaves was, I mean, it was gone completely, like a big
Yeah.
old chunk was gone. So I just said no, no, thank you, and it was very heavy. And then when
Mm-hmm.
I got home, um, I don't know if this happened when we wrapped it because they didn't have hardly anything to wrap. I had some
Mm-hmm.
stuff in the car, but um, I noticed one of the little pieces is a little
We're
bit
gonna
broke.
you gotta make that kit. I keep a box with bubble wrap and paper just in case I ever
Yes,
see.
yes. As a matter of fact, I just got a box from my sister-in-law that she didn't want, and she sent me stuff in it,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "Oh, just throw it in the trash." And I said to myself, "No, it's one of those boxes that had the magnetic lid, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it in there in the back of my car with stuff like that."
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's a good idea. Okay, so this time, John, I'm actually going to show 3 items
Okay.
because these 3 items are the same thing. I've had it for a long time. I used one of them, and
Mm-hmm.
not the other two. But this is going to be a starting bid of $8 each in their choice. The first one is and these are Glass Bake USA, and the number is a J2352. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe this is called crazy. No, because this is not, what was it called? Spring Blossom. This is from the 70s. So this is a divided dish. Okay. Okay. Angela was showing the my Fenton piece.
Now you're going to bring that up for sale eventually, I hope.
I will. I will. If I don't have to, because I'm not sure about Saturday if I'm going to have a sale or not. But if I'm going to have a sale, it's going to be on that sale on Saturday. But I'll let you guys know. But meantime, I will do a video because it's my first time having going to.
And what's the price on the Pyrex?
The pirate, these the glass bake. These are going to be starting to be at $8 each.
Oh, glass bake.
And,
Okay.
and there's 3 of them. There's 3 different ones. So this is an oval divided dish. Okay.
$8, correct?
Yeah. Each piece is going to be $8. That's why I'm doing all 3 because I've had this for a long time and it's taking up space. The one that I use, this is the only one that I use, is a casserole dish. Okay.
Yeah.
And they're all 3, they're glass bake. It says Glass Bake USA. Okay. Nowadays I tend to use a lot of my Anchor Hocking clear casserole dishes and stuff. Because I live alone, and this says here it's a 2 point something ounces. It's a J5, J4, something like that. They're great.
Well, currently I'm using my fancy paper dishes.
Yeah.
But
well,
I like
I've been using, that brown drip glaze bowls that I got from you, beans. I had the big one, so I have that. I use that. Like, I'll put it in there, and the other my brother was over here, and I put some food in there, and he thought it was cute. But this is the green daisy pattern. And this is the one that I use more, but I'm letting go of all 3 because I want to keep them all together. And again, it's a glass bake. Each piece is starting bid of $8, and this is choice. Nice. Okay, and this is called the brownie. This is the brownie. I used this once. Okay.
Oh, the square cap, the square. Is that an 8x8 or is that a 9x9?
I think this is an 8x8.
And they're nice and
it's
clean.
8x8. It's an 8x8. Yeah. So if you guys, if you wanted, this is the brownie. Then you have the casserole, and then you have the divided dish. And each one is starting bid of $8. Very, very cute. And this is excellent if somebody is somebody that just got married, newlyweds, and they want to keep like a little set together and stuff like that. So. But I will, if there's no interest, I'll pass. And I'm going back to John. I appreciate each and every one of you being here.
Well, I have some cookbooks available. And these are just going to be.
Okay, Angela bid on number 8, but which ones or once?
Probably going to get that brownie one because that one looked good.
All
she wants all 3, please.
Yay. Thank you, Angela. You rock. No, Angela, I'm not going to be invoicing until this weekend. I hope that's okay.
Well, she probably won't be making brownies until later. I have some cookbooks. They're $3 by choice. This is Fit for an Angel. This is in a 3-ring binder. This one is actually local to me. This is in the next town over on in Bellflower, and you have different recipes there. This one you have almond paste bars, applesauce cake. You got mud pie, New Orleans bread pudding. So this is claimed by Angel. My next book is All New Cookbook for Diabetics and Their Families. So you have mustardy oven chicken, baked salmon, stir fried, don't close your ears, sister, stir fried tuna, macaroni and pickle salad. That sounds pretty good, actually. You have vegetable rice casserole, and this is 234 pages. And they give you recommended dietary guidelines. And this is made by Oxmoor House. And this you can claim by diabetes. And then you have the Alpha New Cookbook, Volume 2. This was published in 1981. Some of the recipes that you have in here are my Christmas salad. You have chicken fried rice, rum raisin buns. And who doesn't like buns? Cream of broccoli soup. And you can just claim this by the word alpha. And you know what? This binding's coming apart, so we'll just make this one $2 for this cookbook right here. Then you have Crafty Cooking from Gilder's United Methodist Church.
John, if nobody claims, I'll take the one for $2 and I'll take the diabetic one as well for $3.
Okay. Well, you're claiming it. It's all to you.
Okay.
Got those cells. Mexican layer dip. You got
and those
chili.
have the, I'm sorry, John, those have the binding, right? Let me see the diabetic one again, please.
The diabetic one is in a spiral.
Okay, yeah, that's what I want. Okay, yes, perfect.
Good condition.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
you
a
got
spiral
Dutch,
kind of cook person now.
You got Dutch Baby, which is big oven pancake, oatmeal pancakes. You got waffles, coconut cream pie, chocolate zucchini cake.
Wow.
I know. I don't know about that one. You got orange cake, no egg chocolate cake. You got Bill's favorite low cholesterol oatmeal cookies. For Bill's low cholesterol oatmeal cookies, there's one piece of cardboard. No, joking. You got cherry squares. Then you got candies, jellies, and preserves. I don't see anything for chocolate gravy. You got fingered jello. Have you heard of chocolate gravy before, Maria?
No.
See, I knew that was a West Coast thing. And this book is $3. It's a West Coast thing, I guess, because my sisters were talking about it and I thought they were lying. And I did one cookbook and it had that recipe, and Mama Patty, who's Angela's mom, bought it, and I go, there's actually chocolate gravy. So something new I never heard of. And this is my last one. It's Goodness and Pure and Simple. And this is in a binder too. And this is from Texas at St. Jude's Parish. So you have some artichoke soup, Aunt Sissy's cabbage patch soup,
Now
low
that bite
dog.
that John has, it's extra special because that's actually you can open that binder and take a picture
Oh,
or
you can
copy it
actually
and send it to your friends.
you can take it out.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
you got chicken
Yep.
noodle salad, you got baked chicken artichoke hearts, basil toss, chicken Monterey, chicken enchiladas. That sounds pretty
Yep.
good right now. Chicken enchilada pie, lazy day lasagna.
Oh my God.
Try to make
That's
you hungry, sis. You got grilled marinated beef. So this is goodness pure and simple from the St. Jude Parish Cookbook.
you know what,
So
John? I'll take that one and send it to Angela because I
okay.
promised Angela I was gonna give her some Spanish recipes and never did. So on
Well,
the
you gotta write them down. I have
yeah.
a I have a framed. My grandma wrote a recipe down, and I actually have it framed. It's one of my favorite dishes she ever made.
Mm-hmm.
So I framed it, and when I redo the kitchen again, I want to put it right next to the oven.
Jen, I think you're my little brother in a past life because I have the same thing. I have one of my mom's recipe actually ordered or thrifted this metal tray
Hmm.
from a friend, a reseller in Ohio,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm doing. It's in her
Well,
my mom's handwriting in Portuguese, and it's
hmm.
her carrot cake recipe that she used to make every day for my girls. It was in a little 8x8 pan,
Hmm.
and she used to do it every day for my girls. When they got home, they had a slice of carrot cake and a glass of milk before homework.
Well, and that's the one thing that we're losing out. I mean, our my parents have both passed. It'll be 10
Yes.
years in June for my dad, and my mom passed in 21. And there's things like questions and stuff like that. I'll get a little personal. Like I asked Angela's mom, you know, why did you name Angela Angela? It's like
Yes.
it's things like that where you just want to know little things and stuff. And it was a nice story that she said it was raining and originally she was going to be misty, but it's things like that where you got to ask those things or get those memories or those things written down before we lose them. I mean,
Writing down
my grandma
and you
was.
know what I do, John, is I share with my grandkids, like my grandson, my oldest grandson. He's
Mhm,
22 now, but he loved, like sometimes there's just the two of us at home. And
mhm,
when I was really sick, he would come into my room, sit at the foot of my bed, and share.
mhm.
Like his first pair of glasses, he looked just like my dad.
Yeah.
And you're right. Like my middle name is Fatima. Why
Mhm,
is it? Why my mom named me Maria Fatima? Because we're
mhm.
Catholic,
Yep.
and at the end of that month, they crowned. They got Our Lady of Fatima in our church, and they put the
Mhm,
crown on her. And my mom saw that, and when she came home, they I had been baptized, or I was going to be baptized, and um, put me as Maria Fatima. And
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
Sometimes, my brother name is Lewis because he was named after my dad. And
Mhm.
sometimes we need to go back to those,
Well,
write it down, like you said, and share.
it's getting those memories and
Yeah.
getting those stories now before we lose them. My dad, I did 23 and me, and I didn't do it with my dad, and so I went to his sister, and it was during COVID, and we lost my aunt. So that part of the site I really can't trace too well because I didn't get them to spit in the container. But I got my mom to do it, before she passed, and so there was things, but it's just the stories. Like I'm named after my great grandfather, who was Thomas John, and they just flipped it around and did that. My brother's middle name is after my grandpa because he died, and in Jewish tradition, you take that name after that person passed. So that was traditions there that I didn't even know those things until I was growing up, and that's where we learn those stories and share. But I'm grateful for the stories, but also the letters they wrote and stuff like that, where
Yeah.
I tell people, it's getting those memories back. It's like those saucers that you have. Yeah, my mom had that pattern, not that color.
Hmm.
She had the blue one. So when I see it, I think about it. There was this.
Yes.
My dad had this plate that he always liked to eat off. My mom would put bologna and cheese and all that. It was this Malamute plate. I was at a thrift store like 4 months ago with my brother, and I saw it and I bought it. And he goes, "Why would you buy that?" And I go, "Don't you remember the plate that Dad always had his cheese and bologna when he would mow the yard?" And he goes, "Oh yeah." It's things like that. It's those memories, and
Yes.
it's like
Yes.
enjoy them, enjoy those memories.
Yes.
But we're going
Yes.
off on a tangent. But if you
Yeah.
like memories and you like buttons, I got 4 sets available. This is going to be
Wow.
starting bid of $3. These are a lot of the pink ones, and they're going to be in the red jar. And then I have the orange jar that has some pink ones and whites. And then I have in dark green. I got some more buttons. Sister-in-law put these together, so they're mystery buttons. So don't know what you might find in there.
Guys, and that's a really good buy because when I got cancer and I used to do the hats, if you
Mhm.
guys been with me for a while, people used to donate buttons and that's a excellent price.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And there's a lot of projects now of people are using buttons to make art out of it and stuff like that, and
Yes.
or they add it to their jewelry. So it's just a little
Uh,
different.
I stopped doing
Something.
it, but one thing that I used to do was get a piece of burlap
Mhm.
and get yarn and get the buttons. You make flowers. You embroider the stem of the button of the
Mhm.
flower, and then with the button, or if they're small, you can make. But there's so many things you can do. So
Yeah,
many things
it
you
just
can do.
it was just crafty, and she brought them over, and I said, you know what? I'll see if I could sell them. They're just something
Yes.
unique and different,
Yes.
and you know, not sure what all is in there, but it's all buttons.
Yeah.
And I said,
I
I'll bring
love
it.
buttons, and I still have a bunch of them.
Yeah, I have a jar that my grandma had. When I came back from South Carolina, it was like we had to sell my mom eventually inherited the house, and so when I went back, I just had to tell myself, what am I gonna get? What am I taking and stuff like that. And these were some things that these are not those buttons, but they
Hi,
I just
Nathan.
remember the
Welcome.
jar buttons. I have buttons in front of me actually. I have this little sign that says, "No one listens and understands like my sister," but it's sisters because I got two of them.
Oh,
Like
John, I
I
love
never
that
had
sign
sis-
because I
I
have a
never
bunch of
had
those.
sisters. I never had sisters until I became onto YouTube, and now they're really
Oh,
like sisters of checking up on
yeah.
each other. And I'm more scared about them because of the tornadoes going back there. That's why I'll never go to Oklahoma or Arkansas.
Yeah.
Too much.
Yeah.
Out here and just
And I
take the
and
note.
I'm glad we're here because sometimes we once
You
in
got
a
to bring me
while you
back up,
find a bad
Maria.
apple in your basket, but at the end of the day, you have great apples, great people.
Oh, I love them both dearly. It's
Yes, I do too.
and I you got to bring yourself up, Maria, because it's just me here, and I don't want everyone to look at me all by myself.
Oh no, you're
It's
fine.
just,
You're fine.
and I tell them it's like like love you, brother, love you, sister, and it's like, and people say, are they your real sisters and stuff? No, but you know what?
Mm,
I honestly feel like God put them together, and I'm so grateful for them because
exactly.
they keep me in check. What are you doing? You got to get this done and that, and or we'll help each other out and stuff. And it's just fun
But they don't
because
say it in a mean way, John. Because I'm the same thing. It's like we have people, and they don't have to be blood, but
oh no,
they're caring. They're
and they'll
caring,
tell
and
you,
that's what's
like
important.
I would ask Uni for advice, or like, how would you say this, or would and it's not just the reselling world. It's this life in general. Like
Yes, yes.
like Angela's mom, I call her Mama Patty. She's born in 56, your favorite year. you know,
Uh-huh.
but she's almost like a mother, and it's like, good morning, how's your day? I hope, and she does gardening, and I'm not there yet with the gardening, but all the pictures that you see and the photographs,
Yes.
she's
Yes.
the gardener, where it's stuff like that, where this is a great community where people can
Yes.
come together and talk. Angela we just started doing something in the afternoon, when she's on her lunch break of just working. And I didn't know some of the people work at home, oh, you got, somebody's going to
I
be
had
there.
one for 10 years. This is called Bleeding Heart. And these
Hmm.
come back year after year, and the butterflies like them.
Hmm.
But I'm going to plant this today. And this goes in the flower pot. And if
Hmm.
this one makes it, then I'll get another one. But
Hmm.
I haven't had it in like almost 3 years because I lost mine. And
Yeah.
they're beautiful.
Well,
Beautiful.
it's perfect weather to start doing some gardening.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah,
lucky
I
for
love
that.
flowers.
Yeah.
Uh,
But,
my friend had given me some of these and I have in my garden. And these are, when you look at different colors, and I've never had them until she gave me
yeah.
some seeds. And that was a year ago. I love the garden.
Yeah. But
I've cut back a little bit
but
because
it's
of my health and stuff. So, all right,
yeah.
guys.
But no, I'm very lucky to have these ladies, and they crack the whip sometimes on me, and I'm grateful for that, because I need that. And the don't need to buy, you need to keep on working on the stuff you got. And it's hard, but they say it out of love, and that's what I love about
Yeah,
them. I
and you
think
know what, John, they're right. And I do the same thing. It's like, as much as I'm tempted sometimes to go, I haven't gone thrifting in a long time. And as
Mhm.
much as I'm tempted, uh, I still have a lot of content. And that's the content that I have to deal with because I was very grateful to be given a couple of truckloads of, and I'm talking about truckloads
Mhm.
from a dear reseller and her husband. They moved
Mhm.
to Ohio, but
Mhm.
they used to live here in uh, California. And me and my friend, we went over there, and me and my daughter, it was like 3 or 4 trips and
Mhm.
stuff. So, but then I got sick. So, but it's, as much as I want to, I will. If I go to a thrift store and drop off something like tomorrow, I'm going to drop off something in the afternoon. I have boxes in my car to do. And if there's nobody in the parking lot, I'll go in really quick and I'll maybe pick up onesies and twosies or something like that.
There's
But
nothing wrong with buying at the same time. It's just we got to
yeah,
push up more and stuff
yes,
like that.
yes, yes.
Speaking
Yep.
of pushing out, what's your next item up? Because I did mine
My
too.
next item,
Make you big, Maria.
yep. My next item, these are going to be 2 Tupperware pieces. And the first one is this covered. This is for a pie. I never use it. I bought it a long time ago. Okay. And this is going to be a starting bid of $8. And this is what it looks like. It's got the handle. I was going to bring it out last month, but I couldn't find the handle. Okay, but I found it. So this is very, very pretty. It's got the lid on it. And this is going to be a starting bid of $8. And this is a diameter of 13 inches. 13-inch diameter. Okay. It is Tupperware. It says Tupperware on there. And Tupperware on the lid. I've had this out I think it was last year, Valentine's Day.
Mhm.
And
And what's
I
the
didn't have
price?
the lid on it or the handle. And I had my kissing angels in here facing
Mhm.
each other.
The
So
price for your
there's starting bid of $8.
okay Tupperware.
Yep.
That's a nice one too.
It is. It is. But I never used it. We used to go to the park, but after COVID or during COVID, a lot of I have a park nearby, and right after COVID, we went there to celebrate my youngest grandson's birthday, which is 2 days before mine. But and the city of Turlock has stepped in. But there's like people. One of my grandson's friends from school, she wanted to go use the ladies' bathroom and we couldn't because she says the door's locked. Well, there was some homeless person in there taking a bath, and stuff like that. And so it's one of those things that's like, we don't go to the park. And I used to entertain because I have a big backyard. But now we go to my daughter's and she has all this stuff. So anyway, I'm going to pass on that. And my other item is also a Tupperware. Now, I just picked this up. And you guys don't make fun of me, but I have one of these. And this is for you to marinate your meat.
Listen, we look, but we don't judge.
Well, the funny thing is I have one. One. Couldn't find it, and I got a good deal on this one. And so I picked it up, and then the other day I made a cake, and I was taking out one of my cake things, and I found it. So, and they're identical. So this is a marinade, and this is going to be a starting bid, $8. So you have a choice.
It's not just for marinating. You can use it for anything.
Yes,
like the red one. You could do that if you're into crafts and separate your beads or separate the M&Ms, whatever you want. But Tupperware is durable. It lasts.
Oh heck yeah. What I like about them is like, when they're not using it, you can just flip it and it'll fit. I have a cabinet that I have my Tupperware in. I love it how it just everything, like I'll take the handle off and everything just stacks, So, but that was my two. Oh, Unimagic. And which one do you want, Unimagic? This or this? The red or the blue?
Or both. And she'll take both.
Both, please. All right. Thank you.
Yeah,
so back to John.
I'm getting a little jealous because my sisters are talking about that Oklahoma big garage sale. So they might meet up and go garage selling.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't have one in California. I don't know why there's not one along I-5 and garage sales all the way or something like that. And just to let everybody know, Maria is about 8 to 10 hours drive from Los Angeles.
I'm 6 hours away from you.
Okay, so we're 6 hours.
I looked it up the other day with your address. Yeah.
Are you scoping me out?
Yes.
You're always welcome.
I know where you live.
You're always welcome to come and visit, Maria, because you know why? We will go thrifting if you come down here. And you got a truck, so we can load it up. Well, let me get my next. No, you have a truck.
Van.
Oh, a van.
No,
even better.
I don't have a truck anymore, John. I have a van.
Even better. Well, my next piece is going to be a starting bid of $12. This is an etch basket. There's some little flaws I need to let you know, but this is etched. Go along here. There's a little flea bite here. No fleas included. And then here, I don't know if it's the bubbling inside of the glass. Let me see if I can.
And how much was it, John?
It's going to be a starting bid of 12. I was holding this the other day, and my sisters are like, never hold a glass basket by its handles.
Yep.
And remember, when you get glass from us, wait 12 to 24 hours before you open the box to let your piece of glass. It's not cracked or anything. It's just, I don't know if it's an air bubble, but I just want to let you know about that. But on the bottom right here, there was a flea bite, but it is etched all around the basket.
I'll be right back, John.
No problem. Let me give you a quick measurement. Okay. No. It measures 10 inches tall by 6 inches across. So 10 inches from top to bottom, 6 inches from side to side. But see no interest, we'll put a pass on that. And then my next item is going to be a Acre Hawking 1960s amber bowl. This came from the chip and dip set that it was originally for. When I was sourcing, I only saw this piece here. Sister Uni knew it right away, right when I showed her, and said, this is from the chip and dip.
Yes.
1950s, 1970s. This is going to be a starting bid of $8, but I just love the glass, how it's pushed in. This is a beautiful amber color. Yeah, I didn't know it was from Chip and Dip. I just saw it, and so I guess Uni has been to a lot of parties and with chips and dips. That's what I love, Maria, is you go in the back room with them and you show them what you got, and they just know it right away.
Yes.
Trinket dish.
And you said starting bid $8?
Starting bid of $8.
Okay.
Nathan asked, how is Julian? Is Julian outside again?
Yes.
Once the rain stopped, Nathan, Julian's just been out there playing in the sun.
He loves, he'll sit under my patio. I'll bring him in a little bit. He loves sitting under my patio table. He'll roll if I'm out there. Like this morning, I was putting a load of clothes in the washing machine, and he just loves to roll in the concrete. So then he came in and got in bed with me, and because his belly is so soft and warm, it was like falling asleep.
Like a little pillow. Is
Yeah.
and the girl
I
the
came across that same bowl. I think it comes in green, maybe not
green
folded, but I come across, and then I sold it for $8, and then later I found the bowl in the wire, and I'm like, shoot. But
yeah,
then
there was no wire, no bowl. Are the lady cats coming around to visit Julian now?
Yeah, not lately. I think she had babies or something, but not from Julian.
Oh no, Julian would never be that kind of cat.
No, Julian is he's a gentleman.
Yep. And those are my two items, Maria. A gentleman and a scholar.
Yep. By the way, John, you look very handsome today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Whoops. Sorry about that.
You got a show to do. I don't know what you did, but it's okay. I know blue. When I wear blue, I get more compliments. So gotta wear more blue.
Yeah. All right. The rest is going to be either Pyrex or, they're kind of the same pattern. Oops. Well, so much for that. I just broke this. I don't know how I did that. My sister-in-law is going to be mad at me.
What is it? It might be salvageable.
Well, it's a little Pyrex dish that I was going to sell for $4 by it now with the lid. But look, the lid was brittle and it broke.
But you can sell the bottom.
If somebody wants it, I'll just do $2.
You can sell the bottom piece.
Yep. If somebody wants it, it's a Pyrex clear, and I'll just do $2 by it now. Number 4. Because I don't have any use for this. Hello, Elaine. Elaine, I've been catching up with your emails. On my end, it shows that your package was delivered back last month. But send me an email and let me know for sure. And I will and your package, I already sent you the invoice. Okay, so let me know. $2 by it now, and I'll just throw the lid away.
You can't even get Pyrex that cheap.
Yeah, she must have had something, because I just noticed. I didn't realize that, because my brother just dropped it off the other day. I didn't realize the lid is very brittle. So I'll set it aside. In my next item, now this is something I've had, and this is this is called the Spring Blossom. It's a little fridgy. Pyrex, the 501 made in USA, number 36. I've had this for a long time. I love it. Okay. And it has the lid. And this is a starting bid of, or I'll buy it now, of $8. $8, number 30. I sold a bunch of stuff before last year, and this was left over. Uni, sold to Uni. Thank you, Uni. Uni, if you want, I can send you this, since you're getting a package from me. If you want this, I can send you this if you have use for it, and they'll be my gift to you, because I don't have any use for it. But let me know, and I'll throw the lid away, because the lid is,
New cat dish.
Yeah. Okay. And sometimes if you can even thrift a new lid. Because I have another piece that's a smaller piece that has it's a Pyrex, but it's the clear lid. So sometimes you can just, Okay. All right. Back to John.
Okie dokie. It's 5:00 somewhere. This is another Libby drinking glass. This is a buy it now of $8. This is in black font. And you got whiskey sours. You got a martini. You got margaritas, a Tom Collins. Then also you have your measurements. So not just for drinking or before
You said
5 o'clock.
$8, right, John?
$8, buy it now. This is a Libby's drinking glass. You go from 1 ounce to 12 ounces. Nice piece of barware. And this one is in the black and white. So if we're going to make a Manhattan, we're going to need some vermouth, some whiskey, some dashes of bitter, and we're going to add a cherry. Bar cart in the kitchen. Kids are around. You're just using it for the measurements. When the adults are here, pick a drink. Just really fun. Man cave, bar cart. You have it all. So it's just a great thing to have. So see no interest on that. We'll go ahead and pass on that item. I have some beads. I have them that I got different colors. And here's the strand. Because it's Maria's show, I'm going to do $1 a piece. $1 a piece for these beads here. So you got this here, necklace. Put it around. You can use it as a necklace or craft beads. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can get them all if you want them all. I'm just going to charge, I'll do $7 if you want them all, or $1 a piece for each strand. So if you're doing crafting, you have some nice wooden beads. So you have this color here, then you have it in that. Your looks like rosewood color. Not sure about that color there. Back to natural. So if you're looking for some crafting beads, here you go. Perfect. $1 a piece. But seeing no interest. Did you find Julian, Maria?
No, he's probably
He
across the
ain't coming
street
out,
visiting the
Nathan.
neighbor's cat.
He's not coming out, Nathan. But if you look, you'll see his picture on the thumbnail. But
Yes.
seeing no interest, we'll go ahead and pass, and we'll bring it back up to you, Maria.
And when he's hungry, he'll come to the back door and scratch.
Yeah.
I had a lady tell me that she never lets her cats out, and it's like, that's okay, but he likes to go out and visit with the other cats and have fun.
Does he bring any? Does he bring home creatures?
No, not yet. Nope.
My grandmother had a cat, and that cat's name was Sarah, and she'd go out in the morning time, and in the afternoon, my grandma goes, "Oh, Sarah brought something to the window to show me." It was like she was a hunter.
My black lab used to do that. She used to sit by when we had apple tree, and she would sit under the apple tree, and when she would catch a bird. By the time it came to my back porch, she was like all mangled. She did that with birds and gophers. And I'm like, disgusting. Then she passed away in 2008. Mm-hmm. And in 2010, my neighbor next door, the house sold, and I had new neighbors, and they had a cat and a dog. But the cat lived 100% outside. So every morning when I went to work and I used to have a truck, I always had a gift on top of my truck, on the hood of my truck. And she would say, "Oh, Maria, it's a gift." But it's disgusting when you're on your way to work and you're all perfumed and showered, and it's like sometimes you're running late and you have to take time to put some gloves on or something, and so
they love us, so we can't live without them. I'll tell you, we can't live without them.
No.
Yeah, I hear you on that one. You have some more items for us?
I do.
Okie dokie.
All righty. So you guys may be familiar with this. I've had this since probably the 80s. I had the whole set, and now I'm just down to the last piece. I'm going to let it go. This is a Homestead bowl, mixing bowl. I've been... Hello, Jessica. It has a little bit of paint loss from over the years, but it's not because I was, mistreated or anything like that. I've never had a dishwasher. I'm the dishwasher day in, day out, but this is how it is. So this is just going to be a buy it now of $6. Okay. So it has like a little bit right here, but I've seen these with worse shape at the antique store for a lot more. Okay, so this is going to be buy it now of $6. It's my last piece. I think these I got when my first husband, when we first got married. We got married in the 70s, and then I think maybe late 70s, early 80s. I think somebody gifted all four of them. I think my parents or my brother. I'm not sure. But I've always loved Pyrex, and it is a Pyrex, and it's and it has the big peak. So it says it's older. And I know it's older because I know it's been in my possession. I just love it. I love the pattern. This side is really good. And this side is where there's like a little bit of scratches and stuff like that. But it's still, I mean, inside is in perfect condition. There's no flea bites or anything like that.
Well, we'll keep you in our prayers, Jessica.
Jessica, that's my brother's birthday. I'll be thinking about you while we're having breakfast. I hope everything goes well, my dear. Yep. I'm taking that day off to hang out with my big brother, my only brother. Okay? But if there's no interest, I will pass on this. And my other item is this is going to be a bite now of $5. And this is the Spring Blossom Cup and Saucer by Corel. I have some stuff with the same design, but they're not Corel, they're Corning. But I you know, and some of these it's a little bit more because I paid more. But this is a cup and saucer. I'm gonna sell the set for $5. Buy it now, and it's number 8. Number 8. Very, very cute.
Are you okay if Jessica posts? She did a video last or a week ago. Are you okay if she links it, Maria?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Is Jessica bidding on it, or she's putting it in the chat for us?
No, she just put it in for us.
Thank you, Jessica. I haven't seen you in a while, and I always wonder, you know.
She left for a little bit, but she came back, and I'm glad she's back.
Yes.
She made that word "sharing is caring" come back in
yes,
style.
That's right. Hello, Robin. Welcome.
Is that Robin By? Oh my goodness. I haven't seen her in weeks.
Yes. And guys, I want to, and I'm speaking for myself. Sometimes when I'm in somebody's chat, sales, or if I don't buy, it's because unless you have something that I really want or something, I'm sorry. I like to support everybody's channel like you guys support me. But right now I'm in the process. If you guys remember the other day, I had mentioned that I was going to change the background. Well, I had to go to plan B because this, right? Oh, what am I at here? This side right here, that's my back door. And right there, that spot is only about 12 inches. And the piece that I was going to put back there is actually 16. So that means I wouldn't be able to open my door. So we're going to go with plan B. Instead, I'm going to leave this the way it is. I got to ask my daughter because I don't think my granddaughter wants her bookcase back. So I'm either going to paint this one in that lavender color or this one in white. Keep it the way it is. Put my stuff in there. And then some of this stuff that I'm selling, it's actually going to go in my living room. And I might even transition to the living room later. It's just, I still, like I said, still have a lot of stuff to go through. But do me a favor. If you are looking for something in specific, because now I'm pretty much got everything. Like I have a big old tote with vintage toys. I have another tote, big tote and a half with Christmas stuff that I'm going to bring out for Christmas in July. So if you guys are looking for something, just send me an email and let me know, hey, I have this. Okay. Was that my 1 or 2?
That's your 1, I think.
Okay.
Show another item.
Well, no, that was my, okay.
There's no rules in YouTube selling.
Yeah, I know. I'll show one more, and then the next after you, John, it will be
Okay.
my. We'll have to be the last round. So this is a Corning Open Sugar Spring Blossom. Okay. And this is a
It,
Corning. There's Corning right there. I
mhm.
came across this a couple years ago, you know, and this is about the only pattern that I find when I thrift, you know. But this
Yeah.
is an open sugar milk glass USA, and this is just going to be a buy it now of $4.
And that's just great to even use for a little air plant
Yeah,
or
yes, you can do it for
collecting with.
anything. I just had it up. Like I said, I'm getting rid of this because I had a lot of stuff that had the same pattern, but they
Mhm.
were made by different vendors, so I separated everything, you know. And it's very nice and thick. Okay. So if somebody is interested in just a buy it now, $4, number 32. Okay. And it doesn't hurt my feelings. You guys know. And I always ask, maybe somebody in the chat doesn't need it or don't want it. But sometimes somebody that wants it, that's looking for it. And I've done that with like one day I was selling with on a Sunday. Yeah,
She's just
I see
putting the
that.
number in. She's just helping. Thank you, Jess.
Like say John's cookbooks. I'm getting some, and if I know somebody that's looking for a specific one, like now all my cookbooks, I think I have some behind me back here, and they have that binding because
Mhm.
I've told you guys, I've let you guys know, when I'm cooking, I have very limited counter space, so that I can just actually fold it, and I have a big pot that I put on the back burner that I'm not using. I put my cookbook on there,
Mhm.
and I love it when they fold like that.
It's okay, Jess. We're just glad that you're here in the room.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, you're fine. I'm just saying right now, I'm not buying a lot of things that, like sometimes I see beautiful things that I just want to, buy it.
But
But
it's
right now, I'm
yeah.
making room for my kitchen is kind of um, vintage farmhouse, stuff.
Farmhouse chic.
But it's right now, it's everything is in a mishmash because I'm keeping stuff that I want to keep,
Mhm.
and then the stuff in the white thing is supposed to stuff that I'm gonna sell. But it's just one of those things. Anyway, I'm talking too much. I'm going back to John.
It's okay. You know what? That's what I love about the shows. It's fun to talk and sell and just have a good time and hang out. That's why it's glad to see Robin and it's glad to see Jess in
Yes,
here. And you got to
yes,
see her videos. I love. She puts the word repurpose into repurpose and Jess, I'm so glad you're back and you're in the rooms and having the fun. I'm going to do some various necklaces. They're just going to be $5. Buy it now. Um, Let me see if I can. This is the side view. It's
look
a
at those
lobster claw.
manicured nails John has. I'm
No, I took
jealous.
a shower and I made sure I washed my fingernails.
I
Angela's like,
broke my nail a while ago.
you make sure you got nails that look presentable and ready to go. So I think I probably need to get a
Angela, I
pedicure.
love you.
She's
I love you.
yeah, but she's wonderful. But this is $5 necklace. Buy it now. I'm not sure if it's not a moonstone, but it's like a light pink color. Has the lobster claw, but it's perfect in time for Easter. Yeah, they got me emotional. Uh, I was on their sister show, and at the end, they're wonderful. I'm very
You
blessed to
have a
have them.
bid, John.
Okie dokie. It's a buy it now. That's one of them I have. And then my next item. This is with it's not a ball chain, but let me see if I can get it to focus. But this is the necklace. It's a lobster claw. And this one is, I guess it would be more geared for a man. It's kind of like a shovel with a
Oh, and she
cross.
wants you. Hold on, John. Angela
I'll
wants you
send
to
it to.
send that to Jessica.
Okay. Jessica, can you email Maria or myself or Angela your address and I can get it sent to you? And thank you, Jessica, for what you do coming in the rooms and just you
Yes.
help everybody. She's like
Yeah.
everybody she goes.
Jessica, send it. I don't think I have your information. Send it to me because I do have something. Uh,
Mhm. Oh,
I have
Jess
something
has it.
in the closet.
I know. You know what? A fun fact about Jessica: she's a Californian,
Yeah.
so it's good to see that. Okay, but
Yeah.
this one is a cross, kind of like a dagger, and it's on both sides. One side is smooth, and then the other side you have. And this is a buy it now of $5. And then my other one is flipped around.
John, I'm gonna silence this because I have a trick up my sleeve
Okay, this one
to
is
bring
with.
Julian in.
Oh, you got some snacks.
I
This
shake
is
his dry
his
food
treat.
little canister and he'll
Oh,
come.
okay. This one was Jesus with the crown thorns. That's what my grandmother used to do, and she would say, "Treats, treats, treats." And you have that necklace here. Then here's one with an angel and a sword. This is the backing. It's one of those days, Maria. Bestow the Lord. Bestow the Lord, for his power be mighty. Ephesians 6:20. And then on the front side, we have,
So much. You're
I think this
tired.
is,
That's beautiful, John.
so you have that one there. And that's a buy now $5. And you have another one necklace. And this is my guardian angel. And you have it.
Well, you need to be patient. You need to be patient. You can't go outside right now because everybody wants to see you.
Trying to get it.
Big fat loaf.
It's not popping up, but it's a guardian angel. And it's smooth on the back side. Let me see one more time. It's
Okay. Okay, I'll show you. Everybody's going to see you, and then we'll have to see.
okay, not working out on that one. And then my last piece, again, these are buy it now of $5. And you have an iridescent. I think I'm going to have to go to the adult school and say, hey, I need help with my computer camera. Please help me. I just don't know why. Let me try it. But you got your
See, that's really shiny there.
yeah. But
I
see,
had a similar
interesting.
one that I just sold the other day.
Uh-huh. That was it, Maria. Those were my items. But I do
Okay,
have
Joe.
some gloves. If you're interested in some gloves, they're $8 last set. Buy it now. Brand new. If you're going into peach and pinks and yellows in your kitchen, perfect for springtime. Silicone.
Yeah, those
Okay,
are
Joe.
nice. My sister-in-law just gave me some. Those are
Nice.
good.
And that's it, Maria. Those were my items.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Okay, let me show you guys Julian first because I'm here and then I guess he was hungry. He was out of breath. What? Hold on. Well, I can't pick you up if you move. Oh, I know what you wanted. You want to go in my room. So say hello to everybody. Say hi. My name is Julian, and I'm a big fat loaf. I chase the cats and the girls in the neighborhood, but I'm a
That's
gentleman.
my grandma had the same cat just like that.
Say hi.
Buy my
Okay, now you
mom's
can go
stuff.
down my
Buy my mom's stuff so I can get treats.
bed. Yeah. You know what he loved, John, is that Friskies bowl that I
Okay.
got from you. I
Mm-hmm.
I put that. I put his dry food in there, and he'll eat that throughout the day. And then the other one, I put the water in there, and he's satisfied. And then every morning, I give him wet cat food as well.
Well, if you have a pet, put your pets what pet you have and how many you have. So if you have two cats and a dog, put two cats and dog. I'm just curious how many people who have pets that are watching us. I have 0 pets right now.
Yeah, I have one cat. I used to, and don't judge me, but I used to hate cats because back in the back in the early 90s, my neighbor across the street lost his wife. He was a truck driver, and he hired me to stay over there at night because somebody was trying to break in. So I used to have a black lab, but I
Mhm,
didn't know he had cats. So the first night, my black lab, she
mhm,
went inside and she went after those cats, and it was crazy. So the next night, he would put him in his room, and everything was fine. But then
mhm,
one of the cats, Snowball, I
mhm.
would be making. I used to have a calico cat. Her name was Minnie. Oh, that's cute.
And
Um,
Robin has a Chihuahua and 9 feral cats.
wow. So I
Yumi
used
has
to put the
6.
coffee on, and he had a nice shower. So I let the cats out because I would let my black lab go outside, in the back. And I would come out the first day. It was like a bunch of hair on the rim of my coffee cup, and I'm like, "What is that?" Well, Snowball liked the steam coming out of the coffee mug, and she would be rubbing on it, and I kind of got disgusted because,
Hi, Barb.
and so for a long time I didn't have cats. He ended up passing away, and but last year, the beginning of last year, I have an outdoor laundry room because my house is from the 40s, and I had started a load. And one of my neighborhood cats that looked just like Julian um, walked in like nothing. And I'm like, and like she owned my laundry room, and she wouldn't leave. And then I left the door open, and she wouldn't leave, but she was laying like outside the door.
Mhm,
So my grandson He's going to school to be a small animal vet. I asked him when he got home from his dad's. I asked him, and he went under the little table that I have, and there was 2 little baby kittens. At first, we thought it was 2 girls, but it was actually a girl and a boy. But we fell in love with the kittens. We kept the kittens. When my daughter and my grandkids moved, they took the kittens. The mom got taken away because she bit me. She was laying down on a blanket feeding the babies, and I was doing a load of towels, and one of the towels fell, and I bent down to pick it up, and she probably thought I was going to go grab one of the babies, and she bit me. Because she was feral, I ended up going to the emergency room, and they ended up coming the next day. They picked her up, but it's a place about 30 minutes away that what they do is they'll pick it up. They can pick it up. Took them 2 days to catch her, pick it up, and they fix her, and then she's put up for adoption. They take pictures and they put her up for adoption. She got adopted. So, and then my grandkids kept the babies, and they still have them. Now he wants to be. That's not your bowl. I was selling that bowl. If you're gonna eat out of it, then you're gonna sell it.
Maybe he wants to go visit Uni's cats.
Yeah. All righty. So this is the last 2 pieces. And this is a Pyrex. So this actually matches the little open sugar that I had earlier. Got that beautiful design. Julian was going to be a year old in the end of this month. I was going to say April. We're already in April. Okay. Julian had 2 other siblings. He has Nova and Spooky, which live with my daughter and my granddaughters. Spooky looks like a spooky cat because he's pitch black. And then Nova looks just like Julian. But one day she got loose in the neighborhood, and she's actually pregnant. So if she has more than 1 kitten, I'm going to adopt 1 so Julian can have a companion. Anyway, this is just going to be a $2 buy it now. Okay. And it's a Pyrex. And that's what I was saying earlier. Some of these prices are lower. I'm just trying to get the money back that I paid. So it's got that little beautiful design. Okay. So this is at $2 buy it now, number 38. Okay. Hello, Barb. I don't know if I said hello. Okay. And then my other item, this is Corning. Hold on, you're going to knock that down. This is Corning, USA. And this is also going to be a buy it now. It's just a cup, number 36.
Julian.
Julian is going to be a year old the end of this month. But he's big. My daughter came by a couple of weeks ago we went out to breakfast. And he likes, so what he does is he'll go back, and if there's cats outside my gate, he'll get up on the gate because I have the 2x4s on my inside, and he'll sit there and look down and say, "Hey, you better not come into my yard because I'm here." And he's big. And my daughter saw him and she goes, "Oh my God, whose cat is that?" I go, "That's Julian." She goes, "He's huge," and he is huge.
Well,
but
somebody's feeding him very well.
Yes, and he is very well loved.
That's nice.
He's very well loved. I should say thank you, whatever you are, Stormy. So during COVID or prior to COVID, that same house that I took care of when his wife was alive or passed away, the house got sold because he passed away. And then later it got a rent. My neighbors, I had neighbors for 10 years that were renters. And they hired me one time just for a week to stay with the father-in-law because the lady that was the caregiver, she was in the hospital. Come to find out, she had cancer and she could never come back. But they hired me to stay, to go over there in the morning when the son went to work. And then about 3 months later, one day I went back and he wasn't there. The doors were open. He had dementia and I didn't realize that. So I went, got in my vehicle, found him. You want to go back outside? Go. Hold on, guys. Okay, I see your girlfriend's out there. I see her. Go. Yeah. They look identical. So the other day I thought it was Julian coming in, but she's feral. She will not come in. She's like, nope. And then the colors are there. Anyway, so the lady, I found him, brought him home, called the daughter-in-law and said, hey, this is what's going on. And she goes, oh my God, Maria, I'll be right there. I go, nope, this was a Thursday. And the son, he was off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I said, no, I don't have nothing to do. I'll wait until whoever comes home. And it was either the son was the one that would come in late, John. His name was John. Or Eva was the daughter-in-law. She would be home by 4:00. But sometimes the grandson would get home at 3 if he got off work early. So whoever would come home first, then I would leave. And it was one of my easiest jobs I've ever had because all I had to do was go across the street. But one day she texts me and she says, we have a new addition to the family. Well, I thought they were going to become grandparents because the daughter just got married. Nope. They had this little baby kitten. Her name was Stormy. They named her Stormy because they found him on a rainy day by a rainstorm, whatever. I don't know if you have those down, anyway. And so I went over there starting my Monday, and it was winter time, and I was wearing a denim jacket. And this gentleman, after breakfast, I would wash the dishes, and he would go lay down, and the heater came on. But if you guys have a central heating in there, when it first comes on, it's cold. And she got down from her perch, and I was wearing my denim jacket, and she just walked on the back of the couch and came right in here. And it was love at first sight. And she broke that, I don't like cats. It's not that I don't like cats. It just, I wasn't used to them, I guess. But, and then she ended up growing up and she ended up running away. And it was one of those things. Let me bring you back up. I don't know why
Well, I have 2 more items and that was it. So.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to you and I'll keep talking at the same finish later.
No problem. You can talk as I show. I have no problem. I have 2 necklaces. It's going to be a starting bid of $5. We have this red one here, made of sea beads, has a lobster tail on the back. It's a beautiful red. Has all these sea beads.
And that was how much?
It's a starting bid of $5. It's going to be choice. So I have this one here. And then I have a amber one. Okay, it's not a barrel class. It looks like a barrel class, but it's magnetic.
Oh, those are nice.
And then you have that piece there, and it does slide around. So there's some slides. So you could take it off this chain, and you can actually put it onto another chain if you like. It is a gold tone. And then you have this red one. This is a choice. Starting bid of $5. I just got these yesterday or Saturday, so I don't see. Actually, I do see a marking. Give me one quick second.
I haven't brought out some jewelry because I can't find my loop. None of them. I have
Well,
like
I
3
got
or
a
4.
loop. Actually, I got a good one that was recommended from Uni, and I actually need the loop because I'm getting too old. So I do apologize about that. So how long did you have Stormy for?
Well, I didn't have Stormy. They had Stormy because it was theirs, but I took care of him until the gentleman passed away right before COVID started.
Okay.
I took care of him for a year, and it was one of my favorite jobs because as his dementia progressed, then he got worse. But at first, he would be like Friday, John was off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So Friday morning, he would take the dad back and cut his hair, shave his beard, whatever. And then they would go to the library, and he would check out 3 books, and he would let the dad pick the books, but he always looked at the same book. He pretended he was reading, and he might have been reading in his mental, the way he was, but it was just funny. And sometimes it'll be really cold, and he'll be out there in his shorts and flip flops or whatever. But he was never because my dad had dementia too.
Yeah, my dad had it all the
My
time.
dad was violent.
Yeah,
but he wasn't. He was a sweetheart. But after he passed away, John would let her go outside. They used to call her the teenage whirlwind because she would just climb all over the place. But one day we think somebody stole her.
This piece here is by Monet. It is marked Monet on the little tag. On this side here, it's marked Monet.
That's a good price.
For $5 starting bid, can't go wrong. And then this one here, just some beautiful seed beads. Nice color. You have that. So those are a starting bid of 5. And then my last items for the auction, these are 3 bracelets. It's going to be a buy it now. These 2 come together as one set. They are stretchy.
And you said how much on the bracelets?
$3 each. And you have a purple one with chip stones, and then you have some little sparkles, little charm sparkles. Don't know what you would call them. But they have the faux diamond kind of sparkle rounds, and then you have a pink one.
So what I'm going to do, John, is the Monet. If nobody bids on the Monet, I'll buy it and send it to what was her name? The girl from earlier.
Jessica?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
If nobody else claims it.
So this one you have with chip purple, and you have a pink. And then these are set right here, and that's for that. And those were my items for the auction.
Okay.
Well, I hope everybody's having a great day.
Yes. What are you going to do the rest of the day?
And don't forget to give her a thumbs up. I have invoicing, I have packing and shipping. I had to pay the invoice yesterday, so that's got to go out.
Yep.
And talk to my sisters, play a little bit of bingo with Johnny. So hopefully you'll be there.
You're gonna stay for a little bit so I can show you some of the other stuff that I got from the. Okay.
If you want to show it here and let them see.
Yeah, I can do that. I can go get the box and show it this way. Everybody can see it.
So if
I'll
you
just
don't,
go get the boxes.
so if you don't know everybody, Maria went to her first estate sale, and so she got one piece of Fenton, a trinket, hand painted, and we're going to do some researching on that. And she got some Capa de Monte, so she'll be showing some of those items too. So she's going to get the box. But I hope everybody's having a great afternoon. It's 72 degrees here, supposed to get up to 80. So it's going to be a great day here. I know it's raining back east. Sisters, I don't know what your weather is. You didn't share it this morning, so hopefully it's drying up a little bit.
I'm gonna make myself big, and I'm gonna actually
Yeah.
show you the box.
Make
This is
yourself
the
big.
box that my sister-in-law just gave me, and
Make yourself
I
big.
have a smaller one. I love these boxes that have the magnetic closure.
And Uni is getting some sunshine finally.
Yes. I had sunshine a little bit early when June came in. I had a little bit of sunshine. Now it's going gloomy. So, but I have a pot of beans on. I love beans, and later I'm gonna make some fried chicken. I like to cook. Like if I'm doing today, I'm not going anywhere till later, and I just like to cook, and then I just put stuff in the fridge. But anyway, this is the big box that my sister-in-law sent over the other day with that Pyrex and some other things for me to sell. And my brother says, well, she said, if you don't want to throw it away, I'm like, no, because I love it. It has the magnetic and Velcro. It's a big box. And this, and that's why I love you guys, because we had the same thought. I said, I'm going to put that. I have stuff in the back of my vehicle right now, but once it's gone, I got to drop it off. I'm going to use to put my, make some room here. I'm going to put stuff in here so I'm going to, let me just show everything really quick if John has time.
Take your time. Okay.
So one of the first items was this oil and vinegar set. And this is still in the package. And this is vintage because, I believe this is, let's see. It doesn't have a date, but and this is all stuff that I will have. I will let you guys know probably by Friday if I'm going to have my sale on Saturday, because I do have something going on. I'm waiting on an appointment. And see, I grabbed everything and put bubble wrap on it. And this was a doggy.
Oh, that's
I don't even know what kind of dog this is. I have to do research on it. And that's another thing. It's sometimes when I'm in the kitchen and Julian wants to be outside, I just I have the back door open, fresh air coming in, and I'll do research. And then here's the other thing. It's like a little boot with the flowers, but it's all intact. And this is made in Taiwan. And then the lady threw in this just a little doily. This isn't vintage, but it would just. I'm probably gonna keep this when I get my China hutch. I think I have some, and I like to put them on the shelf of the China hutch. So just a little doily. Then I have this Mikasa sunflower frost votive. It's very, very pretty.
That is nice.
And like, I don't think they even realized. I think more than anything, there was because they live out of town, and they had to come into town, and they had to drive for about an hour, and the house got sold, so they had to get rid of everything that was in there. Then I had this as a single salt or pepper shaker. It's a little cow.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in excellent condition. I'm probably boring you guys because you guys want the good stuff.
No,
Towards the bottom.
You got to get to you got to take it, the good and the bad. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this is the Fenton that I was talking about. This is the lid. And the
Here's
lid
the good stuff.
Hand painted, iridescent. And it says hand painted by something, I think Gloria.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. No chips, no cracks. And this is the inside. It's all iridescent. And then this is the, let me see. Yeah. It says Fenton right here. And then it has the sticker. And this is the very first item when I got there that I picked up. Because I love these like little containers like this to put stuff in. But then when I saw Fenton, I didn't even dare put it down because there was other people. And I wasn't sure if they knew what this was. So it's very, very pretty. So, and then I'll show the both Capital Monte. And you'll see what I'm talking about. So here's the first one. They have the handle. And at first I thought they were just hand done, and then when I looked, and they're marked Capital Monte.
Mm-hmm.
Now this one, it's like in a stamp. It says Capital Monte, has all the markings on it, made in Italy. And I'm not sure, maybe Unimagic or Angela can tell me, because I think I've had one Capital Monte a long time ago. But there's little pads, so I don't know if the lady put this, because these, to us Portuguese, this looks like Portuguese pottery. Very similar, But I didn't realize until I got home, this one right here, and John is right. It's like, it scares you because when this little right here, it's missing a little piece, but it's still very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. So that's one of them. It does say Capital Monte, and I got to do some research on it. That's one. They had a lot of Portuguese pottery as well. Beautiful, beautiful, but they were chipped really bad. So I didn't grab those as much as I love it. Okay. And here's the other one. And see, this one has the same thing, the little handle on it. Some of the paint is lost. And it's also like a little candle holder. But this one has Capital Monte, but it's handwritten, signed, made in Italy. That's why I'm thinking, I think the lady maybe put, although when I got there yesterday, the coffee table was gone, but I'm assuming, that she had put this on and back, and she's the lady. I actually knew this lady from church, and I didn't realize that. But she worked with my friend, and that's how I found out. But see, it says Capodimonte. This one, the only that I saw, it's on this flower right here. See, it's missing a little bit of it, but it's still beautiful, still very well done. And I just noticed that it's got a crack right here. Yeah, it's got a little crack right here, but it's still beautiful.
That's beautiful. The purple is great.
Yes, yes. And somebody is a collector, and I'm not gonna, charge full price, because obviously I didn't realize that. That I got the other piece got a big old piece chunk off, but I didn't realize these were like that. Okay.
You found some neat stuff.
I'm sorry.
You found some neat stuff.
And so there's two piggies of the salt and peppers, and those are going to go in my salt and pepper collection. Although one of these days I'm gonna do a salt and pepper shaker.
Well, Barb likes salt and pepper shaker, so you let her know when you're gonna do your salt and pepper show. And
yeah. Okay, and here's the other one. These were just made in China, but I think they're so cute.
Yeah.
I don't have these. Now, who has a bigger collection than me is Becky from Becky's Vintage and More.
And tomorrow's her birthday.
Stuff that I don't have.
Her birthday is tomorrow.
Yes. No. Becky's birthday is on the 18th.
No.
Who are we talking about?
Becky Vintage and More's birthday is tomorrow.
It is?
Yep.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Yeah, she does. She does, Angela.
Almost time to wind the show down. I've got invoices to do. Wow, 300 salt pepper shakers. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine?
Oh yeah, yeah, and they're beautiful. All the ones that she's been showing, I don't have them. But then I got stuff that I've sold already that, sometimes you have to let it go. So my next item, this is beautiful. I believe
Nathan, she's not having a show Friday. It's going to be Saturday. She's going to let us know if she's doing a sale on Saturday, though. Correct?
Yes. Yes. It's because I'm waiting on my friend. If I told you guys that sometimes I take my friend Maria and I translate for her. And she wanted to go because it's on a Friday. She called me yesterday and she's probably going to go Friday and help them. So we're trying to reschedule, but I'm still waiting on them to let me know for sure. So if she's going to be over there, then I can come and sell here, and maybe I'll even bring this stuff out. I'll let you guys know. But it's this cute little boy. He's got a sticker on here, but it's gone. But he's in excellent condition. He's got a little bird on his shoulder.
Oh wow, that's pretty.
Yeah. They had the girl as well, but the girl was cracked.
It's a green?
Yes.
That's the question. If it's cracked, do you buy both of them because it's a pair, or do you just buy one?
If I was keeping it for myself, I would buy both.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm not going to keep, I was thinking of reselling it. I just got this one. And again, I'm not judgmental. If it was something like the Capodimonte, the bigger piece, it was very, very noticeable. And there's no way I was going to be able to do that back to where it was.
I just wonder, as a reseller, would you buy both of them just to say, it's a set, this one's cracked, but this one's good? Or do you just say, I just bought the one, and I'm curious what everyone else would do.
Yeah, yeah. What would you do? I treat it as if I was gonna, you know, keep it for myself. You know.
That might be a new name for a TV show. What would you do?
Yeah.
You're at an estate sale and you see two pieces. One is chipped and the other one's not. Do you
Yeah.
break the set up or do you not? And Patty Rose said she'd pass on both. So I wonder if it's a pass because, you know, you think it's a set, but show us some more purdies.
Okay. This is it's a 25-year war anniversary, and I've sold these before. It's a little trinket dish, and this is very well. Now, my friend, I'm gonna tell you guys, she picked this up because she knows I like this kind of stuff. She
Mm-hmm.
picked it up and she was trying to pull this out,
Mm-hmm.
and I says, no, leave it alone. But this is like crystal. It's very, very well put together, very clean. You know,
I know somebody who's supposed to have their 25th anniversary this year.
yeah. So very, very cute.
Will that be coming up for sale one day?
Yeah, yeah. You know what? If I don't have to, if I have to go on Friday, I'll Saturday. If I don't have to go to my daughter's, I will let you guys ahead of time, and I'll have all this on the sale because this is stuff that there's a few pieces that I'm gonna keep, but the rest is gonna go. Okay. And here's another one. This is a heart crystal, another trinket dish, trinket box.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice.
Yep. So, yeah. If this is something that interests you guys, and I can keep it, like I said, there's a few things that I'm gonna keep, like the plates, those other plates, and then this one. I don't know. For right now, I might just keep it. This is a jewelry casket. It's my last piece. It's made in China, but it's beautiful. It's all plastic.
Mm-hmm.
It has a few little scratches.
We don't say plastic, we say acrylic.
Acrylic, yes. But it's got the nice footing. It's got
the footed legs.
a
Nice.
hummingbird.
Oh, wow.
And I know I'm going to reach out to somebody that I know here in California that likes hummingbirds. And if she already has it, then I'll just keep it for myself because I think I love it.
Yeah, it's nice.
I love it.
Yeah. I have real hummingbirds that come once in a while when I fill up the feeders.
I used to until I got Julian. And where Julian lays, the thing was up top. But what I'm gonna do is once I put in my new window by the kitchen, by the sink, because I have a different window, I'm gonna hang it there, and so they can.
Hi, Doug.
Hello, Doug. But that was it, guys. Let me know. First of all, give me a thumbs up, and I appreciate you guys when you guys go back and rewatch, and give me a thumbs up, make a comment, share. That's really, really appreciated. And the end of this month, I'm going to be doing something. I'm going to be doing a giveaway because I have some people that, they take time away from their busy schedule to come into my channel and comment and, stuff like that and sharing. I appreciate you guys for doing that. And if there's something you really, really like, because I haven't done research on any of this stuff, But if there's something you really like or stands out, let me know, and I'll set it aside and let you have dibs on it first. You know.
Well, you might be getting some emails on that Fenton piece then. They will be emailing you. Well, Maria, I can't believe it's the first Monday of the month already, and this month is going by quick.
So if you guys don't know, me and John will be meeting up on the first Monday of each month. And Angela was nice enough to make us a thumbnail, which I really, really love. And will be first Monday of every month at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. And I appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to John, please do so. And I'll see you guys next month.
You'll see them Saturday. You'll see them on Saturday.
Yes, no, but I meant
oh yeah, us together. The California duel. The California duel.
California duel.
You thrift everything up north, and I'll thrift everything down south.
That's right.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Stay warm and stay safe. Bye.
Bye-bye.